Okay. This is Connie and Martin demonstrating back bend. Mart's got a shoulder injury, so limited mobility and not a lot of spinal flexion, but we'll do our best. So if you can come and lie down on the mat for Cobra or Bhujangasana, please, Mart. So the first thing that we're going to do is just make sure Mart's in position correctly. So with your fingers splayed on the mat, please, Mart, tucking the elbows in and keeping the neck long. If you could come up into a back bend, bending the upper part of the body into Cobra pose. Now I'm just going to stand on your feet and hopefully bring you a little bit further into the pose. So if you just want to have a little bit of a rest there, Mart. Now, if Mart wasn't so tall, I would be able to sit on his calves and do forceps shoulders, but I can't reach, so I'm just going to give him a forceps shoulder adjustment, which will help open the chest. And then the other option I've got is to stack my hands on the sacrum, bringing the lower spine down and back, and also giving a little bit more of an adjustment into the pose. Okay, that's fine, Mart, if you'd like to come down. Now, while you're on your hands and knees, we're going to look at Ustrasana or camel pose. Mart's not able to get fully into the pose, so I'm going to do my best to demonstrate an adjustment that I would make if you were in fact able. So if you could take your hands to your hips, please, Mart, with the fingers behind, that's fine. And now opening up the chest and coming into a back bend as much as possible. You might want to expand the chest with an inhale to help you come into that pose, and maybe drop the head back a little bit. Okay. Now, if Mart were coming into that pose a little bit more, I could use the palm of my hand to just press down on the thorax there and help him come further into the pose, as we're doing quite well in that way. Okay. Now, the other adjustment that I would make here would be to make sure that Mart's hips were over his knees, which they are, and to keep them there, and to do a reverse forcet adjustment to open the chest and take the shoulders back. Now, I'm going to sit myself on a blanket here because Mart's tall, and I'm not actually going to make this adjustment, but just demonstrate taking my heel into the sacrum, sort of between the butt cheeks, and the other foot would come further up. I'm having a bit of trouble because he's tall, and as I press down with one foot and up with the other, if Mart's hands were available, I would pull back. No, don't worry, just stay where you are. I will just give my mentor an idea of what we'd be doing if you were able to come into the full pose, and help him adjust him further into the pose using my feet. So now we're going to come into Setu Bandhasana. So if you could lie on your back, please, Mart. Okay, and if you could bring your heels to your buttocks, and if you could now raise your hips into the air, clasp your hands under your body and tuck your shoulders to take the weight off your spine. Now that is reasonably difficult for Mart because of that shoulder injury. So what I'm going to do as an adjustment here is make sure that Mart's heels are under his knees. Can I get you to just, okay, that looks fine. Okay, so I now can sit onto Mart's knees without causing him any discomfort, and I'm going to place my hands under his thighs, upper thighs, and bring in further into the pose. Okay. So we like to release the hands, Mark, and lower the hips one vertebra at a time. Okay. Thank you.